is Sunday fun day. The Bears are playing and your girl is representing. Okay? So as y'all can see, the stove just went off. Go ahead and get right into it. We're going to do some Sunday fun day food. We're going to do some finger food. We're doing some wings. That's why I have the oven already preheated. So go ahead, guys, and get your ovens preheated to about 350 to 400. You choose. I'm going to do 350, and then we're going to go ahead and get right into it. We have on the menu today, we have some buffalo style wings, we have some Parmesan garlic, and we have some smoked barbecue. Never made smoked barbecue, so this is going to be new for me. Then your girl gonna make some loaded potato slides. You know, the little sliders. And then I'm gonna try to do me a little dill pickle dip. So we're gonna see how we do this, and we're gonna work it on out. And then of course we got some veggies that we're gonna throw in there. I got some broccoli, but y'all know I do my broccoli a little different. We got some broccoli and cheese going on. So let's go ahead and get right into the mixer. All right, guys, first thing first, we're going to take our chicken. I have the chicken party wings, the flats and the drumsticks from Walmart. I took them out real late, kind of midday yesterday to let them defrost, and then now they're defrosted fully and entirely. We're not doing nothing till we clean this chicken. It is processed, and guess what? It's been in this nasty plastic bag. We got freeze burn and all types of stuff. So we're going to clean this chicken. Y'all know how I do. When we clean this chicken, we're going to take us some lemons. Fresh lemons, not lemon juice, fresh lemons. I rolled mine out. If you feel like you need to roll yours out, please do so. Soften it up. You want your lemons super soft because you need the juice. So once you put your drums and your flats, party wings, whatever you want to call them, into your sink or bowl, however you tend to rinse them. I'm going to rinse mine in my bowl. It has the little holes in it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in my other bowl. So put your wings in your bowl, rinse them off real good. You're going to slice these in half so you can have two sides. And you're going to squeeze both sides all over the chicken. And you're going to let it marinate on now. And then you're going to strain it out. Cool? All right. So in the process of me just rinsing that chicken and converting it into our bowl so we can mix, I decided I wanted to do some tenders too. So with that, while I let this water run to defrost these tenders, we're going to cheat. Yes, we're cheating. Get you a fork, y'all. Broccoli. Walmart. Y'all know I love me some Walmart. Get you a fork. You're going to stab you a few holes in this bag, right? You're going to go put it in your microwave. Because remember, it's Sunday fun day. And we ain't trying to be cooking all day in no hot kitchen. So this is finger food. We're going to do this the easy way. Easy peasy recipes. Remember? That's what we on the mix up. Stick your fork in there. Do you about 10 good sticks in there. Put it in your microwave for 3 minutes. If you got to do your plus 30 or you add 30 seconds, it depends on your microwave. 3 minutes, guys. Get it in there. Take it out, and then I'm going to show y'all how to season it up and make it good. Okay? All right. All right, our broccoli is in the microwave and our tenders are defrosting. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the seasoning together. Y'all know I'm gonna go through the seasonings with you all before we do anything else. So you're gonna take your basic seasonings first, because you can remember, you gotta coat it with our special ones. So I'm gonna decide how many I'm gonna coat with what in a minute. But total seasoning, of course, by adobo. Then you got your slap your mama. Of course, some lemon pepper. And then, of course, a little seasoning salt and parsley. I am going to pull some black pepper out because I definitely do think we need a little black pepper just for a little bit extra achoo. And then we're going to go ahead and decide how many of what we're going to put in each of our special seasonings. So, we got the buffalo style. So, I'm going to go ahead and prep all my seasonings. Keep your meat covered. You don't want stuff all in your meat. Now, this is the buffalo style. So they give you a little baggie for it, which is really, really cool. I love that. And so you just gonna go ahead, open your baggie up, and then you're gonna cut your seasonings and put them into your baggie. And you're gonna do that for the smoked barbecue, and you're gonna do it for the Parmesan garlic. So all three have to go in those bags before you put the chicken in there. All right, so I have all of our seasonings put into the baggies. So now we're gonna go ahead and season the chicken with our regular seasonings. So I have my glove right here handy. And of course, you know, we gotta put a little bit of olive oil on there so that our seasoning will stick. I'm gonna just put a nice amount on there. I like the eyeball. But of course, you know that's gonna get mixed around and everything with the seasoning. So go in with your seasoning salt first. Nothing too heavy because remember we throwing it in these special seasonings and flavors. I should say flavors and not seasonings, right? That sounds really better. Whatever. Seasoning salt first. Then you're gonna go ahead and do you some slap your mama. Slap your mama just is a little bit of Cajun. Not real hot, but it's like my favorite seasoning to use because it go on everything. So, slap your mama. And you know you gotta move your chicken around if it's in a bowl or whatever. So, all of your chicken is seasoned. And then you're gonna get a little total seasoning in there. Boom. Move your chicken around. Make sure it's all on there. And then a little lemon pepper. I'm gonna use the big spoon side. And be gentle with your lemon pepper. Not too much. A little parsley just for some color. And you'll probably end up putting some more on there afterwards. So don't really worry about that. And then a little black pepper. Boom, 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 boom. And now we're going to slip on our glove and mix it around. But I need to rinse my fingers out. Now, when you mix it around, you may see that, oh, I want to add a little bit more of this, or oh, I want to add a little bit more of that. It's up to your discretion. Those are just the seasonings I use overall, no matter what flavors I'm going to use. So, again, that's up to you. But me, I'm going to make sure it's seasoned irregardless. Ooh, glad the camera clean. It definitely is clean. So mix it around. So with your lemon juice and your olive oil, your chicken gonna automatically have some good flavoring and it's gonna be tender. A lot of people don't know, but lemon juice tenderizes your meat. That's why I use it when I clean my chicken or whatever meat I use. I actually use it on like pot roast and stuff too. So I see that my chicken is seasoned, but I do want to add a little bit more. Slap your mama. And I'm definitely going to add a little bit more of the adobo total seasoning because that just gives the meat some additional flavor. So off camera, I prepare my pan so that I can go ahead and have the chicken sectioned off in each section with the aluminum foil. We're going to start with the smoked barbecue. I'm going to take 3 of our wings that we have, or party wings, and just toss them in here. We're going to toss them in there, and then we're going to see what happens. I've never done this. And we're gonna make sure they're nice and seasoned. You don't have to do anything else once you put them in this little coating. You just do that and then you take it out. So we're gonna take it out and put it where it go. And we got smoked. So we're gonna do maybe 2 more of those, and then we're gonna move on to the next one and see what happens. They smell good. Smoked barbecue. So now I'm gonna take the Parmesan garlic and I'm gonna put 3 of those in there, and we're gonna toss them around. And it's real easy. Like this little bag, it really is like the stuff, because it really helps with tossing this chicken. Okay, Parmesan garlic looking like a little some over here. Yeah, 2 more, and I actually throw 4 more of those in there, because I think I'm like them. Yeah. Throw some more in there. And now that I think about it, what I think I'm gonna do is make all the tenders lemon pepper. That's gonna be good. Lemon pepper tenders, yeah. So, Parmesan garlic. We got them all down in here, right? Okay. Boom. Now we're gonna sit that one to the side. And we got buffalo. Now let's toss these buffaloes in here, right? Let's see. I'll start with 3. And then we'll see what we're working with after that. 'Cause this stuff is looking good. Let's turn it on a little bit. Shake it up, shake it up. These buffaloes really looking good. Ooh. Now, it's confession time, y'all. Y'all know, in full transparency, I would tell y'all if I did this before. I ain't never tossed no wings in this bag a day in my life that's in there. I've made chicken. I don't have a problem with making chicken. But the specialties with these seasonings, never did it. So, in hindsight, if it don't come out right the first time, y'all don't blame me, because mine don't either, if that's the case. The same way I'm teaching y'all to do it is the same way I'm doing it. Nothing different. But we gonna keep this moving right along, because I actually think they're gonna be cool. I ain't even too worried about these. So we're gonna turn the bag again. And again, you make however many you like. I'm just kind of separating mine because it was a big bag of party wings, so I wanted to do like a variety of different wings. A couple here, a couple there. Probably make a few more smoked barbecue. And yeah, we'll just see what we're working with after that. Because if we got enough to do some of the tenders that way, I honestly wouldn't mind. So we're just gonna see what's left and what we could really work with. I think I'm gonna leave that one in there for a little while. Let's see. Yeah, these looking good, y'all. I ain't got no complaints. I think I'm gonna put some more of those in there. And then we're gonna do a few smoked barbecue too. And I'm gonna count them up and see how many we still have left, or how many we have of what, so it's equal. Because I know I did a lot of Parmesan garlic ones at first. So all of our chicken wings are seasoned. All the flavors are there. It's giving very much football Sunday over here. Yes. So we're going to pop these in the oven, and then we're going to go ahead and work on our broccoli so we can throw that in the oven. Because everything pretty much got to go in the oven, but it don't take long in the oven. So we're going to go ahead and get that done, and then get this broccoli rolling so we can do the potato skins. Now for your broccoli, you're going to just go ahead and pop you a little olive oil in you, a small baking container or a cooking container, whichever one works for you. I think this is a baking one, so whatever. You're going to put you just a little bit of olive oil. Not too much, but you want enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Because when you put your broccoli in there and season it, you're going to toss it right in the oven with the cheese. So, you're going to take your broccoli. Carefully put your broccoli into your baking container or cooking container. Be sure not to get a lot of the water in there. You see a lot of water in there, try to refrain from getting the water in there. And get your broccoli in your container. Okay, good. Let me rinse my hands. So now we're just gonna take a little bit of this adobo total seasoning, and you're gonna just sprinkle it across. Boom. Then you're gonna take your little seasoning salt, and then I'm gonna show you my secret veggie ingredient. Actually, it's two. Ranch seasoning. People sleep on ranch seasoning. Ranch seasoning is the bomb, and it tastes really good on vegetables. And you don't need much. Then this accent veggie seasoning. It's the best. It's like vegetable salt. A little lemon pepper. And a little black pepper. And yo, broccoli, it's good. Where I black pepper? The broccoli. Now, for the fun part. With broccoli, you gotta mix this around. So we're gonna get a spoon. We're gonna rinse it off. And then you're gonna mix this broccoli around. Cause you want all of it seasoning. Remember, you got olive oil at the bottom, so it's gonna stick. You just want to make sure it's all seasoned, because when you pop this in the oven, we got to take it out one more time when we're gonna add our cheese. So while our seasoning, is on here cooking in the broccoli, we're actually gonna put a little garlic butter. So you're gonna add a little garlic butter, and mine been sitting out, so I'm just gonna put a little here, put a little there, put a little there, and then put a little there. Boom. Don't be like me, y'all. Do it right with the garlic butter. My garlic butter just all over the place at this point. But yes, put you some garlic butter on your broccoli. Then you're gonna add a little lemon juice. Just a little bit. And you're gonna cut the lemon up on now. So let's rinse it real quick. And I got a small one on purpose because you ain't gonna need a whole bunch at all. You're going to sprinkle just a little lemon juice. Now, over here, I'm gonna take one slice of lemon, just one. We're gonna put it in the middle, and we about to pop this in the oven right now. But we gonna cover it. Wipe your sides. Make sure nothing is hanging off to be burning and cooking when you put it up in the oven. And then just take your little piece of aluminum foil, cover it. That's all you gotta do. Boom, boom, boom. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Now for the fun part. We're about to do our loaded potato skins. Now before we start, I'm gonna strain the potatoes. I did start the potatoes before I started the episode. You do need to boil however many you would like. Remember, they're gonna be cut in half. So if one potato is 2 slices. So I think I did about 6, so I should have about 12 slices. I just put mine in a pot on low with butter and salt. I use the garlic butter. Please use what you would like, but the garlic butter definitely gives it a nice flavoring on the outside of the potato skin. So when you load your potato skin, remember you need some bacon. A lot of people cheat and use bacon bits. If that's what I wanted to do, I would do it. But we about to cut up some bacon in some itty bitty pieces, and then we're gonna cook it while we get these potato skins sliced in half. Cool. All right, so we have some bacon and I have some turkey sausage as well. I'm gonna cut up so we can put on our loaded potato. Now, with this, a lot of people don't use the sausage. This is gonna be my first time using sausage. I just thought to use it because, yeah, I just thought to use it. So I'm gonna slice it up as small as I can get it because we're gonna cook it in a skillet, but we want it in small pieces. It is going on a big old potato, so as you sprinkle it around, it should be good. But again, small pieces are probably best just for sprinkling purposes, and it'll probably cook a little faster too. So I'm gonna slice the other one up. Yeah, small little pieces, like as small as you can get them. And if I really was thinking, I could have just put it up in my little slicer, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and just slice it as small as I can and get it so we can cook it. Then you're gonna do the same thing with the bacon. The bacon, as small as you can get it. Bacon is usually gonna like shrivel up, I guess you would say, when it goes into the skillet. So the smaller the pieces, we know it's gonna shrivel up and be small. So that's cool too. Get them as small as you can and scoop that to the side. And then we're gonna go ahead and do our bacon. I'm gonna cut the bacon in half first and then do one half and then do the other. Because bacon is kind of hard to cut. And then I'm gonna get them kitchen scissors and cut it smaller. So as long as we got them in these little bitty sections, we good to go. All right. Okay, bacon. It's not as hard as I thought, y'all. Still is pretty hard, don't get me wrong. But nowhere near as bad as usually bacon is to cut. Bacon is terrible. He's just being very, very honest. Terrible. So now we're gonna go ahead and put our bacon and our little sausage in the skillet. I'm turning my stove on about, I'll say medium. And then we all know bacon makes its own grease. So we just gonna let this do its thing for a little while we go make sure our potatoes are in order. Cool, cool, cool. So our bacon and sausage is on. You hear it sizzling in the background. It's smelling really, really good. Before we move on to our potato skins, the last thing we need to do is do our third step to our broccoli. So we're going to go ahead and take our broccoli out of the oven and we're going to add that cheese. The cheese is always the topping to the cake. Like, you can't have broccoli with no cheese. If your broccoli ain't smelling like this, you ain't doing it right. So now, I'm going to take me some cheese. I use the Fiesta blend or Kobe Jack, whatever you want to call it. I am going to remove my lemon because it's no longer needed. And then we're just going to add some cheese across it. And we're going to cover it back up. So, get you a handful of little cheese and I just sprinkle it across. You just want it nice and warm because you want it melted. So literally, as you putting this cheese on, it's probably gonna start melting, But once it go back in that oven, it's gonna really be melted. Add as much or as little as you like. My kids and my man like a lot of cheese, so cheese it is. But do what works for your family. Your wings should be just about done as well. Potato skins don't take long. They literally take about 15 minutes. So as we get this going, and you're gonna turn your oven up to 450 with these potato skins, because you definitely want your potatoes to cook all the way through. Cool, cool, cool. So now we're gonna go ahead and cover our broccoli back up with our aluminum foil. And then we're going to pop this back in the oven. And right before we put our potato skins in, we're gonna turn that oven up a notch. So now, we've got our broccoli back in. Our bacon and our sausage is just about done. I'll turn my eye on low. We've strained our potatoes. I have my big butcher knife because it's just easier to cut it that way. You're gonna take each of these potatoes and you're gonna slice them right down the middle. Now, because I boiled them, it made it much easier for me to slice these down, because you're definitely gonna need to do it. Now, as you slice them, I'm gonna grab me another glove, and you're going to just put a little bit of olive oil, not a lot, a little bit of olive oil. You are going to rub it at the bottoms of these potato skins. Now, I put a little bit in my hand and just rub it. Then you're gonna put this potato skin right onto the pan. And you're gonna do the same thing with each of them. Just a tinge of olive oil, because you want them to cook all the way through, but you also want them to be soft, because they're gonna be skinned. You eating them in that half form like that. Then you're gonna take your next one, straight down the middle, olive oil, just a little. Now, potato skins I've made before, the loaded potato skins, and these are pretty fun to make, and they're pretty easy. Great appetizer, quick bite, it's good. Real easy. Straight down the middle on all of them. And the bigger your knife is and the sharper it is, the better outcome you'll have with this actual skin, because like potatoes, we all know they ain't always circular. You get them funny looking potatoes. So that just kind of helps you measure them out. And I think I had 6. So yeah, I'm gonna have about 12 skins to load up. And again, that's straight down the middle thing. Sometimes you don't get it straight down the middle. I think that one a little bit bigger than the other one. Oh well. All of them can't be perfect. And then we're gonna do our last one. Straight down the middle. Add your little olive oil. Boom, boom, boom. Put it in there. Bam. Bam. And I ended up getting it on both hands. What the heck? But hey, we got it all done. Now, this is where we about to load it up. So let's measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, you're gonna take your olive oil and you're just gonna drizzle over the top, just a little bit, on each potato. So you want it on each one. I know it's like, how you gonna do that without making a mess? But it's possible. Each one. You want it on each one. Now, once you get it on each one, you're gonna take your seasonings. I'm gonna pop this glove off and get my seasoning. You're gonna take you a little of your accent. I always want to call it something else. Accent seasoning. I'm gonna pour a little in my hand because you don't want it too salty. And you're just gonna sprinkle Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And then you're going to do it again. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Cool. Cool. Now, little black pepper. You could do as much or as little as you like. It's really up to you on the black pepper. People choose to kind of do what they want to do. Now, here's the fun part. You're going to take you a little bit of your Italian seasoning, oregano, and parsley. Because all of this is going to give it color and flavor. Remember, we got to add more stuff to this, and it got to go in to soften before we add our meat. But it ain't going to take long, I promise. So get you a little parsley on there. Then you're going to get you a little oregano and Italian seasoning. And you just go in. A lot of people like Italian seasoning. I really like Italian seasoning in mine because it really tastes good to me. But I like Italian seasoning myself. Everybody don't like Italian seasoning. Same with oregano. I like it, so I add it. But hey, do what you like. Now, we're going to take these potatoes, pop them in the oven for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to take them out and load them up. At this point, your bacon and sausage should be done. I took mine off, put it on a plate with some napkins, and strained the grease. We don't want it real greasy on our potatoes. Now, get you a small container before we do anything else because we do have chicken tenders to make, but we're going to do those in a minute. And get you an empty container, take you some sour cream. You're going to go ahead and squeeze that sour cream in here. Now, squeeze the sour cream as much as you want, but this is your dill pickle dip. This dip is used with the skins. Some people like the dill taste, some people don't. The dill taste is good to me. I don't think it tastes nasty at all, but I also like pickles. So it's kind of up to you. Take as much or as little as you like as the sour cream. Then you're going to go ahead and add you some Italian seasoning. You're going to add you some parsley. And then you're also going to add you some oregano leaves. Now, some people do green onion. I don't. However, we do have a little black pepper, and then we have some pickle juice. You don't need a lot. If I had to give y'all a measurement, I would say about a spoonful. Nothing more than a spoonful. You're going to take it, put your spoonful of pickle juice, and then you're going to take a spoon and mix that around real good. So hold on, let's get a spoon. So I put our mixed dip into the refrigerator so it can be nice and cold when it's time to eat. The next thing we're going to do, since we have our potatoes out and we have our cheese, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle a little cheese on each potato. So put you a little cheese on each potato. You're going to go through and do that on all of them. Just a little cheese because you're going to add more in a few minutes. So you don't need a whole lot. And take the cheese, put it on all of them. And then you're going to go ahead and put some bacon and sausage on there. Now, add as little or as much as you like. I have 12 loaded baked potatoes. So, or potato skins. So, I definitely have to take my time when I'm putting that stuff on there. So, let's go ahead and get the cheese on. And then we're going to add the sausage and the bacon. So I'm going to take a little bit of sausage and bacon and just kind of mix it around. So I know it's kind of spread it equally. Then I'm just going to take a little bit and load it onto my potato. And each potato, that's what you're going to do. Just load you a little bit on there. Do a little bit at a time on each one. See how much you have left. If you one of those people that's heavy on it, well, then you might need a little bit more. I don't need a whole lot, but we definitely want to make sure we have enough on there. Spread it around, all of them. Some potatoes are smaller than others, so you won't need as much. But you want to make sure you have enough on each one where it don't look like It's not loaded. We'll say that. So you definitely want to get some on there. Boom. Like this little bitty one. It don't need nothing but what's right here. Because that's enough. Gonna add a little bit more to that one, to this one, a few pieces to that one. It's a little bitty one, so I know I ain't gonna need too much for here. Add a little bit. Boom. And we're gonna just keep going from here. We got a few of them now. We got a few of them there. And just load them up so you don't have nothing else left. Oh my God, y'all. They're looking so good already. Now, we're going to go back in with some cheese. Boom. Go in. Put you some cheese on each of them. Add cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Make them nice and cheesy because now the cheese is going to melt. Cheese already been melted with the potato being hot, and then you got your bacon and sausage on there. But it's really going to melt over this bacon and sausage in a few minutes. We're going to pop it back in the oven for maybe about another 10 minutes. Not too long. We just wanted enough to melt and cook that potato a little bit longer. Because we boiled it so it was a little cooked. And then we popped it in the oven to give it a better cooking chance because they are now open in half. So now with this bacon and sausage and cheese on here, we wanted to go ahead and do what it's going to do so they can be available to eat shortly. So potatoes are one of those things that do take a little time, but that's why I did cook them in both methods so that it'll be available and ready and cooked all the way through. All right. We got all of the food done. It's time to plate so we can see what the people got to say. I'm excited. These lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic tenders we got going on, them gonna be the ones. All right. So now we about to see what the people have to say. It's Parmesan garlic, buffalo style, and smoked barbecue. Garlic Parmesan. That's what it's supposed to be. It's good. There's buffalo. Buffalo good. And smoked barbecue. Somehow, oh yeah. So your girl is done for tonight. That is all for the mix up. You heard what the people had to say. It's a 10 out of 10. The wings came out good, if I must say so myself. I don't really like the batter. That's just me personally. I do feel like it came out good. I do feel like it was seasoned well, but I don't really care for that batter. So for me, I would rather do the sauces and toss them in the sauce opposed to the seasoning. Hey. However, you gotta try it to know what you don't like. I hope I helped somebody. I hope the recipe was easy because it was easy to do. But next time we're gonna use some sauce. We're gonna do that a little different, the way we like it, because yeah, it was given not our skin color. However, like this video, comment if you will. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm tripping or what. But most of all, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. But that is all for tonight. We here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. See ya.